Someone asked me, have I ever experienced a loss to win? And you know, I kind of laugh at that because everything in my life that I've ever done, accomplished, or have learned from started with the loss. It's within those losses and within those struggles that I've actually been able to excel the highest, if that kind of makes sense. Many times we get so caught up. I feel as though society kind of puts a damper on it because it's like everyone is told we got to win, 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 but nobody talks about the losses. Nobody talks about the struggles and the pain and the endurance and the determination that it takes to get to whatever level it is that you're trying to get to. So we're focused on the wins, but we don't focus on the process of how do we get to those wins. The average millionaire, the average business owner has taken many losses. And like I said, the biggest thing to do is to learn from these losses, mistakes, from the struggle. Because it's like you can't even tell where you're really at or who or how strong you really are until you actually take a L or until you're in the middle of the struggle. Because it's like in the middle of the storm is when you see who you really are. Everything else is just preparation. It's preparation, and this is what I want to do. But when that storm hits, that's when you see what you really made of. And for me, it's like I learned to fight. I took a L. I got tired of feeling that left hook. So I had to learn how to now, when I get into a fight or altercation, I'm watching for that left hook. Why? Because it hurt, the pain. You know what I mean? And I didn't want to feel that pain again. So now I can duck the left hook and come at it another way. And then it might be the right hook. You know, so that's just the way I learn. I have to feel it to actually move forward. Because if everything was just like easy and just given to me, I don't even think for real that I would appreciate it. It's an author named Malcolm Gladwell, and he talks in his book, David and Goliath, he talks about desirable difficulties. And it's like to find a difficulty, a lot of times we'll think like who wants to be in a difficulty? Who wants to be in a tough spot? But it's in those tough spots. Sometimes like as a society, we look at things wrong and we think that everything is always one thing when it's actually another. Like, for example, a story in a book that he spoke of, a millionaire. He grew up broke and he made $1 million or what have you. And he had children. So now his children got the easy life. They're rich. But he didn't want to give his children the money. He didn't want it to be easy for them. He wanted them to have to work for it because he realized that he made it to be the man that he is or is today because of the struggles that he went through. So without those struggles, he wouldn't have been molded and shaped into the winner that he is. So I kind of take that same philosophy in my life. I'm taking a lot of L's. I'm a business owner. I've been a business owner for 19 years, and I've lost everything. I've lost my business, my house, the family, the car, everything, to the point where as though at one point I even questioned myself, could I make a comeback? Could I do it again? And it was in that darkest moment where I really found the inspiration to move forward. You know, and in that pain and in that it was really a dark place. But in that dark place is where I made the decision, is where I made the commitment to myself that I wasn't going to settle for that I'm coming back. I'm coming back stronger. I'm going to take everything that I ever took a L for and learn from it, and I'm going to tweak it, and that loss ain't never going to happen again. So that's kind of the story of my life. You know, so when he asked me about have I taken an L, and I just had to chuckle because it's like, yeah, I've taken a lot of L's. But you know what? I've grown from those L's. I just basically want to encourage or say to anybody that's watching this or hearing this that if you feel as though you're a loser, if you feel as though that you have taken some L's in life, use that to motivate yourself to continue going. There's nobody that walks the face of this earth that hasn't taken some type of L in one type of shape, way, or form. So don't stay stuck in the pain or in the sadness or the miserable of the struggle. You know, you gotta pick yourself up and keep moving forward. Because if you don't, you'll never get past that spot. You know what I mean? So no matter what storms may come your way, what I do is I look for the blessing in the storm. It don't always feel good. Growth and adversity, you know what I mean, sometimes can be stressful. You know, but without no adversity, there is no growth. You know, so I kind of welcome the losses. You know, I've always been one that roots for the underdogs. You know, I always root for the people that they think that's not going to make it, the people that they call losers. The Eagles got a championship. You know what I mean? Who would have figured that? But that's the people that I vote, that I root for, because that's who I am. I'm an underdog. I was not expected to make it out of the situations that I made it in. I wasn't expected to bounce back from all of the pain and turmoil that I've been through. But like I said, there's a lesson in all those losses. And I just think as a society, we need to explain that to our youth more, because we get to think when we lose or when we don't come out the way that we expected to, then we feel as though we can't share that with somebody, or people are going to laugh at you, or people are going to talk about you. It's natural. Everybody takes the L. So my thing is just, if you're taking some L's in your life, then be glad, because that means you're growing. That means you're learning. Just don't stay stuck. Keep moving, and let's get it.